So, new blockchain technology coming up. Venezuela's oil giant PDVSA es peligroso dívida versus Santa Ana moves joint ventures accounts with Russia's Gazprom Bank, says report. Amid the tightening of noose of U.S. sanctions, Venezuela state oil company PDVSA is reportedly moving bank accounts of its joint ventures with foreign companies to Russia's Gazprom Bank, Reuters reports, citing documents and sources. Juan Guaido will open up Venezuela to oil to foreign companies, his U.S. envoy says. Of course he is. But we got ourselves a problem. We got ourselves a teensy-weensy little problem. I'm just highlighting this here. I'm actually writing something. Look, I got a pen. Pluma. Okay. I got a email from someone. And this is the pinnacle part of the show. I kind of want to talk about this now because this is very important, okay, guys? I got some boots on the ground in Venezuela. And his name is Juan Javier Castillo. And Juan sent me an email asking if I understand or if my Spanish is good enough to read. And I replied and said, yeah. I said, por supuesto, mándame un mensaje. Send me a message. He replied back and basically said, I have it here too. Hola, Mike, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Mira, tengo un mensaje para ustedes. So basically, he's got a very important message he wants to tell me. He's on the ground here. Estoy en el piso. And he puts in brackets here, boots on the ground in English here. In Venezuela, cerca de Caracas, casi 20 minutos de coche. So he's 20 minutes away by car. Now, here's the deal with this information. It kind of scared me because what he was telling me, because he was pointing out several shows. He goes into saying, en tu programa, existe 2 semanas atrás, 2 weeks ago you did a program about Nicolas Maduro and you covered another program last week, okay? Then he goes on to say that those videos that you are showing of people protesting on the street were actually pro-Nicolas Maduro protests. They weren't anti. You're hearing it here, guys. Those were pro-Nicolas Maduro, and the fake news networks, apparently, according to him, were using it and saying that was anti-Maduro. That's scary, guys. That is very scary. Because you think you know, but you don't know. Then he goes on to say that of all the YouTubers that exist, I'm one of the very few that actually interacts with my subscribers, seguidores. Entonces, anyways, it goes on to say that, are you guys ready for this? You're not going to believe this. That Guaido guy, according to him, did not even run for president, wasn't on the ballot, and just came out of nowhere. Not only that, according to what he's telling me here, let me just highlight here so I know what to read for you guys. I'm just taking it from Spanish to English right now, so just give me a sec here. That man never existed, wasn't on the, I know I mentioned this, but it wasn't on the voting ballot. And not only that, I got Evan on the phone. I'm going to get him in a sec here. Evan, I'll get you in a sec here. Not only that, I'll explain to you what he's saying here. That guy did not run, and the guy that came in second place fell far behind from Maduro. Maduro won in a landslide, according to this. Now, Jimmy Carter in 2012, okay, and I looked this up, made a point that Venezuela's fingerprint system, fingerprint system for voting. You got to vote with your fingerprint in Venezuela. It's up to date, biometrics. It's top of the line. And you know what happened? I'll tell you what happened. It is the safest and one of the best and one of the most modern voting system. Better than the United States of America. And that's what Jimmy Carter said in 2012. That it's one of the best voting systems. So, here's the article. So, I've been looking into it, sniffing around, and I found something from 2 days ago. Did Venezuela's president really steal the 2018 election from an unknown who didn't run? Nobody knows who this guy is. He's not even in the upper echelons. They don't even know who this guy is. The opposing party, they don't even know who this guy is. So they don't know who this guy is. So Joe Embrezenberger examines the mainstream media claims to Maduro stole the 2018 presidential election. On February 1st, said the U.S. and Canada, of course Canada, Latin America government claimed Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro stole his election, second-term election, in May 2018. They have therefore recognized the opposition legislator, Juan Guaido, a Venezuela interim president. So this guy, nobody even knows this guy until after the election. They're claiming this is him in 2007. So they're trying to figure out where this guy came from, because he never ran and he never was on the ballot. And then now they're trying to claim that Hezbollah is working with Venezuela, or Hezbollah is in Venezuela. Like, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this up. Wait a second. Do they say Maduro stole the election from Guaido? That wouldn't make sense, because Guaido didn't even run in the 2018 presidential election. Harry Falcón was the opposition politician who finished a very distant second in the election, over 4 million votes, behind Maduro. Nobody has shown or even attempted to show that any votes, never mind millions of votes, were stolen from Falcón. In Venezuela's electoral system, a very small amount of ballot stuffing is debatable in a contested election. That's why in 2012, Jimmy Carter, there you go, it's even saying what I said. Jimmy Carter said the electoral system is the best in the world. The soundness of the electoral system helps to explain the victory Falcón received from the Maduro opponents over his decision to run in the election. U.S. officials threatened Falcón with sanctions if he ran. Why can't he run? But this is almost like, what do you call it? Blackmail. During the campaign, one of Falcón's top advisors became ex-parted enough to publicly ask the opposition vaunted popular Guaido's party to stop spreading lies. The secret pact existed between Maduro and Falcón. Oh, okay, so I remember that. That was going on for a while, where they were saying there was a secret pact. It's only a one-party system, which is, it's not true. Guaido was not even mentioned by the pollster. Wasn't even there. It's worth recalling that in Brazil, the election of the fascist Jair Bolsonaro was recognized by the government that now refuses to recognize Maduro, even though former Brazilian President Lula da Silva, who would have a superb chance to win, was disqualified and imprisoned based on extremely dubious corruption allegations. Moreover, unlike Capriles and Lopez, da Silva was not involved with the U.S.-backed effort to violently overthrow the government. So a laughable constitutional argument. So why wasn't Falcons recognized by Trump? What's the argument for Trump anointing Guaido? The U.S. recognizes the 2015 National Assembly election won by the opposition, as it would definitely have recognized the 2018 presidential election had Falcon won. And part of the Article 233 of the Venezuela Constitution says that if the president abandons his post, the president of the National Assembly takes over until new elections are held. Guaido was very recently named the National Assembly president. Clearly, Maduro did not abandon his presidency by soundly beating Hernán Falcón in a clean election. That was merit. If anything, Maduro's U.S. interference, it is also clear that Trump and his Iraqi-style coalition of the willing oust of Maduro is not Venezuela's Supreme Court. So, I don't know why Donald Trump has got a very interesting personality, and I don't know why he just doesn't go and talk to this guy. Just like he did with the guy in North Korea. He doesn't have to do this crap. All he has to do is go, I'm going to fly into Colombia. I'm going to fly into Caracas, Venezuela. And I'm going to talk to Nicolas Maduro. You know what I'm saying? So this guy didn't even run. So according to what this guy is telling me here in this letter, he's saying that I need to address my people to date for them to understand the consequences of going against a democratic system, and it goes against everything that we stand for. Venezuela is an optimistic country, and we want to keep it that way, and we want to keep our country independent and free. That's what you call the U.S. Anglo-English-American Empire. It started with the destabilization of Germany, Japan, Italy, half of Europe. Then the Portuguese Empire fell. Korean conflict, Vietnam War. And that's not like Guam and all the other crap that happened all over the world. So did Venezuela's president really steal the 2018 election from an unknown who didn't run? So whatever they're telling you guys, this is really sad. When you win an election and then you appoint someone else and get other countries to jump on the bandwagon. Sad. Very sad. The guy didn't even run in the election. And I'm going to be really frank and upfront with you guys, and I'm not going to lie. I have no reason to lie to you guys. I actually believe Maduro did steal the election because of all the propagandizing. And then when I heard Jimmy Carter's quote from 2012, and then I started thinking, wait a minute. And then I got this email. And then when I found out what this guy told me and then kind of started making sense, then I started looking at this. No, the guy didn't even run in the election. I even looked at it. I looked into it. I took my time. You know what I'm saying? Imagine you lose an election to a guy that doesn't even run. United States in direct contact with Venezuelan military using defections from Nicolas Maduro. So they're trying to get a coup going on there. I don't know why Trump just doesn't go down and just talk to this guy, man. He went to North Korea. Just go there and talk to the guy, Trump. Get on a plane and go talk to him. Man. You know, like... Alright, I'm going to close this page. I don't want to see this guy's face anymore. Here he is here talking.
De la buena voluntad. Yo tengo que decirle que desde antes de que asumiera
That's what's
el presidente Donald Trump,
the presidency of Donald
yo
Trump.
encargué al entonces canciller Delcy Rodríguez, hoy vicepresidente ejecutivo, de iniciar los procesos de diálogo e intento de acercamiento con el equipo que llegaba a la Casa Blanca.
They have a team working in the White House.
Desde diciembre
From December
2016.
2016?
Donald Trump ganó en noviembre de 2016.
It's just stating the date Donald Trump won.
Asumió en enero de 2017. No sé cuántos viajes hizo a Estados Unidos. No intervencionismo en Venezuela.
Do not intervene with Venezuela.
Un solo mensaje.
One simple message.
Y puedo decir
And I can tell
que la
you,
respuesta desde Washington
at the response of Washington,
siempre
always,
en distintas modalidades fue la misma.
the distinctive movements or like movements within are very distinctive.
En primer lugar, subestimación,
And it's always in first place,
desprecio
the price
y agresión.
and aggression.
Agresión de palabra,
Aggression of words,
agresión política, agresión,
political aggression,
persecución
aggressive persecution,
diplomática,
aggressive diplomatic,
persecución financiera, económica,
persecution, financial persecution,
chantaje a los países de América Latina, el Caribe y el mundo para que nos agredieran.
setting up Latin and South American countries so they don't work together.
Dos mundos opuestos. Dos mundos opuestos. El mundo de quienes creemos en otra humanidad.
The world is acting in a different way of humanity.
En el respeto, en la paz, en la cooperación, en el
To respect the past and the peace and cooperation.
mundo multipolar y el
And the world could multiply.
mundo de los que creen en el tiempo de
The
la
world that we want as of right now. Or
doctrina Monroe, del imperialismo, de la imposición, de las cañoneras, del grito, del chantaje, de la imposición.
now he's talking about the scream of democracy and the cannons rolling on, and
Mundo, el mundo de ellos, en el imperio y
they have the imperial world of theirs.
el mundo nuestro,
In our world
el mundo nuevo,
is a new world.
donde nosotros seamos respetados por lo que somos,
We are respected for who we are.
donde no seamos esclavos de nadie,
That we are esclavos de nada. We're not nobody's slaves.
donde nadie nos mire por encima del hombro, donde nadie nos desprecie,
That we don't have to look over our own shoulders.
ni nos haga bullying,
Bullying. No haga bullying means bullying. I don't even know how to say that in Spanish, but
donde se nos respete por nuestra condición de
respect within the conditions.
venezolanos, de venezolanas,
Venezuela
de
and
latinoamericanos,
Venezuelan women.
de caribeños. El mundo, el respeto de la dignidad.
The world should respect the dignity.
Para eso yo soy un rebelde y somos rebeldes. No nos calamos esclavismo ni neocolonialismo de nadie, desprecios de nadie.
It's getting very heavy here in this speech. I looked at it a little bit earlier, and what he's saying is making a lot of sense. And I want to know from you guys, did Venezuela president really steal a 2018 election from an unknown guy who didn't run? Could this be fake news? But I've been hearing it from people on the ground. I got an email from someone on the ground that basically said he wasn't even on the pollster.